What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey here today with Rob Gill, product manager for Warrior Hockey, and we're hanging out here at Little Caesars Arena with a very, very exciting new stick joining the Novium family, but reigning up at the top here. Walk me through the weight and how you're able to accomplish that.
Yeah, Super Novium. It's the lightest weight stick that we've really ever built, down around 330 grams. Pretty crazy, pretty mind-blowing weight for a stick. You know, it's got a new blade construction. It's an incredibly lightweight blade. We've been able to pull some materials out of the shaft to bring the weight down through there with the mixture of materials and the resins that we use to keep that durability up. But yeah, being able to pull weight out pretty much head to toe on this stick to bring all that power in an insanely lightweight package.
So obviously 330 grams is insanely lightweight. It feels incredibly balanced in the hands, but I think what's gonna surprise a lot of people is the flex profile. Yeah. So that's something that has helped Novium become, one of the best mid-kick sticks out on the market today. Obviously we have the bevel taper helping with that, but for someone who maybe hasn't been looking into Novium before, hear about this crazy light stick from Warrior. Walk me through just the overall flex profile and style of shooter this super light stick is built for.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a mid-kick style stick. So it's really stiff through the taper zone, and then it's much softer up through the hands. So the loading point is up in between the hands. And that's what really brings all that power, loading the stick up that high. So if you're a player that's taking those big slap shots, hard one-timers, that sort of style of play, this is the stick for you. It is designed to bring more power to those big, heavy shots.
That's awesome. And let's start talking about the technology and materials, just because that is the driving force here. You touched on it a little bit. You have a new blade core. We're using some different materials and technologies here. So let's start with the shaft construction and what separates this from the Novium Pro.
Yeah, so this is RL 199, and it's kind of a bit of a joke, I suppose, or a little tongue-in-cheek. It's really light 199. It's crazy lightweight materials, and the mixture again with the resins and just the construction process in which we use to build our hockey sticks is what really allows us to pull weight out without sacrificing a bunch of durability in doing it. And so you still, like you said before, it's still an insanely well-balanced hockey stick for 330 grams. It's not super blade heavy, which is something that you maybe would expect with a stick that's that lightweight. So it's well balanced. You get that unbelievable playability, and that's really coming from that mixture of our Minimus Carbon 25, really speaking about the size of the weave, that 25K weave, but combining it with those resins and the construction process to bring an insanely lightweight stick to the market.
And like you mentioned, and we've already talked about a little bit, is the balance, and that has to do with that new fuel core T-blade. And also have the Minimus 25K carbon fiber down here. Again, maybe someone who immediately fell in love with that Novium Pro. They're looking to take their game to the next level with this insanely light stick. I don't know if we talked about it. It's like 330 grams.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But let's walk through the blade. And in terms of construction, how is it different? And does it play or feel different from someone who's using that Novium Pro?
Yeah, for sure. So the overall construction properties are quite similar to the Novium Pro. It's a single rib with a polymer core in the blade, but it is a lighter weight material wrapping around that blade. And so you're gonna get that stiffer, more responsive feel with the puck. It's very similar to the Novium Pro. I would say it's just a little bit more responsive of a feel than what you're probably used to with your current Novium Pro stick.
Gotcha, so it's not just lighter, but also a little bit more responsive too.
Absolutely.
Now, last but not least, we gotta talk style, and this has more than enough of it. Walk me through why this looks so much different from the rest of the Novium line, and maybe some of the inspiration that you guys took to build this graphics package.
Yeah, for sure. So with this, it carries a lot of the same graphic architecture, so the overall vibe of the Novium line, we really wanted it to fit in with the Novium family. So a lot of the placement's really the same with the word marks around the stick, the Super Novium call out, the striping through the middle, but we wanted it toned down, so it's a darker iridescent foil that we're using all the way throughout. Kind of that secret, powerful punch that this stick provides, something it's not expected, right? You're not expecting all that power from this lightweight of a stick, and so we wanted a toned down graphic to kind of match that vibe. The other thing that stays consistent with this, same thing, pulling inspiration from the Novium line of sticks, is the striping that we use through the middle of the stick. So if you remember back to the Novium Pro, it has 4 stripes through through the middle of the shaft, and the Novium has 3, and the Novium SP has 2. This one now has 5 stripes, so really playing off of that same feel and that same vibe. Our designer, big Call of Duty guy, as you move up in the ranks, you get different emblems and things like that, and we really bring a lot of that into the stick design here, so a little fun kind of Easter egg for you on the graphics.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to where these stripes continue. And continuing with that theme of stripes, you kind of have a striped raised texture all the way throughout. So let's finish off with just the overall grip texture and overall grip application.
Absolutely, so a really cool grip texture that runs through the top part of the shaft. One thing, it adds a really cool look to the stick, but even more importantly, it's a true performance feature. It's gonna provide that much more grip and that much better feel for the stick. So as you're moving your hand around for face-offs, catching passes, puck battles in the corners, shots, whatever it may be, hand slides up and down nicely on the underside, but when you're holding onto the stick, it provides so much more feel and a way better grip of the stick.
Right on, Rob. Well, thanks for having us out, and hats off to this awesome Super Novium stick. And for you at home that want to check out this limited edition, limited release Super Novium stick, make sure you head over to icewarehouse.com.